Hello guys, how are you today? And I hope you're all doing fantastic. It's Risa and I am here with another video talking about things that concerns me. And I'd like to share with you. And maybe you just may have that concern also. So today, and I'm not looking down like my last video, I was looking down like something down there. I figure out where the camera is. The camera is right there. There's the camera. So yes, I want to talk about, before I even start, let's do some housekeeping. I want to thank you for viewing this video, for being here with me and listening to me rant and carry on. And I'd love you to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Obviously, I'm trying to grow this channel and I can only do that with your help. So today I want to talk about Jamaica and the cockpit country and what I read and heard that's going on. I heard that the cockpit country has been sold off and they're going to be doing mining, and I am so disappointed with what the Prime Minister Andrew Holness has done. That is ludicrous. How can you sell off the cockpit country? That's the ecosystem of Jamaica. That ecosystem is to let the island kind of function in a stabilized manner, where you won't have too much rainfall, and that rainfall won't be destroying the land. And when there's like hurricane and stuff like that, the place won't be flooded, and you know, the sea won't wash on land and keep taking away part of the island, because eventually that can happen. You know, that can happen. The ecosystem is very important in stabilizing the island. And when the Prime Minister decide that it's I don't know whose benefit it's for you to take away that ecosystem of the island. The island doesn't have another ecosystem like cockpit country. Not at all. So that is the core of the island. And when the core of the island is disrupted, then everything is going to be in chaos. And you're going to start seeing it, you know, when the rains fell just a week ago, starting about a month, and it just kept raining and raining and raining and raining. You had floodings, you know, houses washing away. I see lady in her house doing her thing, rain falling, all of a sudden the water start rising into her house. Things were washing out. I'm so lucky she wasn't washed out. Cars moving from in your yard to the next yard next door. I mean, roads were looking like there were gullies and all of these things happening. Mountain sides were coming down, roads broken away. Do you know why that is? Do you know why that is? Okay. Jamaica needs a cockpit country. They need a cockpit country. Cockpit country is to stay just how it is, the ecosystem. And that will let everything flow smoothly. But when the Prime Minister don't care about anything like that, and they're only looking for in their best interest and what they will gain from something like this, then the rest of to hell with the rest of the country and what y'all think, because that petition that y'all signed meant nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you know what? Back in the day, way back in the day of slavery, Jamaica was known as the island that they didn't take bullshit. They revolt. If something was wrong, they would get together and they would revolt. They would go and they would try and get answers and change things. But nowadays, Jamaica has calmed down, and the thing is, they're only revolting for the wrong reason. They need to revolt on things like this, where cockpit country is taken away and sold off to foreigners to come into the country and gain from that. Why are they mining cockpit country? Why are they going to mine cockpit country? They are looking for something that Jamaica has that is valuable. And do you think you guys are going to benefit from it when they come in and read? Look at Africa. Look at Africa. They come in, they mine Africa, they take out all the riches out of the country and leave Africans destitute. Destitute. Nothing. Africans did not gain from what was rightfully theirs. And it's exactly that for Jamaica. Jamaica is not going to gain, Jamaicans are not going to benefit from what's going on, from the mining and things. If you think that's what's going to happen, you got your head in the sand, because that's not going to happen. Who is to benefit will benefit, and you will know nothing about it. Until maybe 10 or 15 years from now, you may hear something that, oh yeah, this was mined in Jamaica, and this is what they found in Jamaica. This is all the riches of that little island. It was all taken out and taken away to a foreign land, and they are benefiting from it while Jamaicans are dirt poor still. Yes, they may give a few Jamaicans a little work to dig and barely pay them even minimum wage. That is all Jamaica is going to benefit from. A few men come and dig a little dirt and they pay to say, oh, we are employing Jamaicans. Jamaicans are benefiting from it. But no, you are not. You are not. So don't be fooled. They're going to come with pretty words and give speech and say, oh yes, this is going to benefit the country. This is going to benefit all Jamaicans. It's not like that at all. Whose coffers are going to be filled is going to be filled. And it won't be you, the citizen. The regular citizen that wants to go out, make a decent living so your life can be better off. That's not going to affect you. You're not going to benefit from it at all. Who is to benefit will benefit. And that's it. Jamaican used to be the place that they stand up for justice. They stand up for what is right. They would go out and revolt. Do you know Jamaica is responsible for the rest of the Caribbean being free from slavery? They started the revolt and it spread throughout the other islands. Jamaica, they did not sit back and just la 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 singing kumbaya in a corner and that is it and expect things are going to change. They weren't like that. So I don't know how Jamaicans are sitting down and conforming to people coming into the country and taking what is rightfully Jamaicans, taking it out and moving on. That does not make a lot of sense at all. And that's not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to stand up for what is right, for what is good, what is decent. And things should be done in order. And that's what it is. Jamaican, I don't see Jamaicans standing up for much anywhere. Anyway, it's like they have conformed and listened to nonsense that people are telling them because people are not reading enough to understand. They're not reading, they're not listening with an intent to understand what is going on. Don't just listen to everything people say and it just goes in one ear, comes out the other one. It has to stay in your brain. You articulate, you understand, you break things down. That is how things are supposed to be. So, Mr. Wholeness, my question to you is, how are Jamaicans going to benefit from you selling cockpit country? And I'm not talking about a few little Jamaicans go and get a few days' work to dig mountainside and that is it. I am talking about the bigger picture. The bigger picture, that is. What will the country benefit and how will the country benefit? See, what you should be focusing on is bringing in stabilized jobs into the country. Jamaica needs factories and manufacturing warehouses and need to be doing a lot of exporting, and that's what Jamaica needs. Not you selling off part more of the island. The highways don't even belong to Jamaica anymore. And these are things that Jamaica could have done if that was the interest of the Prime Minister and of the government in charge. I know, y'all love Mr. Andrew Holness. He's fine, yeah. He's fine, but he ain't yours. He belongs to his wife. So take that out of your head and look at what the man is doing for the country. What is good? I'm not saying he hasn't done anything for Jamaica. He has done a lot. I've seen a lot of improvement in Jamaica. A lot. I'm not saying he hasn't done a lot. He has done. But some of the decisions that he has made is not worthy at all. Like, what is being done for the crime? The crime is out of control. The world is looking at Jamaica now because the crime rate has gone up so much now. When you see young men going to kill a grandmother, 81-year-old granny can't do nothing. A 6-year-old baby can't do nothing. A 10-year-old baby can't do nothing. Another young man that died in the same area can't do nothing. What is wrong? What is wrong? Something is definitely wrong. And there needs to be a solution. The solution is get the guns off the street. Find the guns. The guns are coming in the country somehow. How are those big artilleries coming into the country? How are they getting in the country? How are they being distributed to regular young men, giving them power? How is that being done? And why is it being done? Do you think that's fair to Jamaica? Jamaica is like a little, what Baghdad used to be back in the early 90s. Baghdad and Iran and Iraq, where people just walking and dying, dropping like flies. That's what Jamaica is coming to be. What you need to do is to bring back the death penalty. And this is no joke. This is no joke. These criminals, they ain't scared of jail. They ain't scared of you. No. They need something to scare them. And the death penalty hanging in the square, in Spanish Town Square, where the rest of the island can come see you hang. Now that's punishment. If you are brave enough to take innocent lives, then you're brave enough to go face the gallows. And that should be thought about. Think about how would you like, Mr. Prime Minister? You're in your office and your grandmother is at home and some criminals pull up to your house or your granny's house and decide they're going to take her out because they're not pleased with what Mr. Holness is doing. You would be mad as hell. And maybe then you will go get the guns off the street. So think of that lady that died as your grandmother or your mother. And do something. You've got the police force. You've got the army. Put them to work. Get the guns off the street. Go in the houses. Go in the yards. Go in the houses. They hiding them in the toilets. They hiding them under houses. They hiding them out in the bush. Man, if you've got to dig every rat hole, dog house, shit pit to find those guns, take them off the street and save innocent people's lives. That's what needs to be done. People want to travel back to Jamaica knowing that the country is safe. Nowhere is 100% safe. Everywhere there's crime. Everywhere. But when an island as small as Jamaica has so much per capita, there is a problem. And you can't just sit back in your beautiful office and not do anything. I mean, curfew is not going to solve the problem. The problem is island-wide laws and doing something of getting the guns off the street. As I said, you're going to have your police and soldiers dig every rat hole, dog house, shit pits, rooftop, anywhere they're hiding the guns, you will find them and take them off the streets. These young men need to be stopped. It is bad out there. It's really bad. And that's not good for beautiful, wonderful island. You know how awesome Jamaica is? You know how beautiful Jamaica is? All the wonderful things when you come to Jamaica you can do, you hear, you smell, you feel, you taste. It's awesome. But to have all of that overshadowed by crime, it's not good. You gotta stop it. Stop it now before it gets way too bad. You need to have publicized hanging in Spanish Town Square. You're gonna bring that back. And that's how you're gonna curb the crime in Jamaica. People are just taking people's lives like lives don't matter. Yes, Jamaican lives matter. All lives matter, yes. And we need to stop it. Men killing women, how dare you? You think that is something right no matter what the woman has done. Number one, her nanny ain't yours. If she wants to give it away, let her give it away, it's hers. Nobody's stopping you from giving your thing away. If you're not pleased, leave. You don't own her. You don't, but these men think somehow they own the woman. They own the nanny. It's not yours, bro. It's hers. Your name wasn't tattooed on it or anything. No matter how much you think you bought it. You didn't buy it, you rented it. And that is it. You rented it. When she decided the rent is up and the lease is up, then it's time to move on. You don't kill her and then take your life. You're a wimp. If you're thinking something like that, you are a wimp. You need to go get some back. You need to go put on some back. You ain't got no back. Don't kill women because of her nanny. Don't you have nothing better to do than sit there? Some of you guys get pussy whipped you on, get crazy. Don't do that. Man up and move on. Say, you know what? There's a lot more of that out there. And you move on. Don't take a life and then take your life, leave your children behind, traumatized. That's crazy. So, let us all work, to make Jamaica a better place. Jamaica is such a beautiful island. The people are great. They are friendly. They welcome you into the island. They'll do whatever. They'll show you things, they'll take you around. They are friendly. But when things are marred by crime, and not just any crime, but murder and brutality, violence, then we got to take a stop, look into ourselves and say, how can we change things? So, Mr. Prime Minister, you got lots of work to do. They put you back in for 4 years. Don't sit up there in your big, beautiful, comfortable chair, let 4 years pass off and just you and your party benefit, but let all Jamaicans benefit. All right? Okay, my friends, thank you for watching this video. Give this a thumbs up and we'll talk again. You go be good to yourself, be good to someone, and let someone smile. Ta-ta!